Alright, let's talk about something we all secretly love, but probably shouldn't: fast food. Specifically, those gut-busting menu items that make your doctor cringe. Now, before we dive in, let me just say, I'm not here to judge. We've all been there, craving something indulgent. But what's fascinating is how these chains have mastered the art of making us think we are getting a treat when, in reality, we are often consuming a full day's worth of calories in one sitting. So, let's break it down. First up, Wendy's Big Bacon Classic Triple. Personally, I think this is the poster child for over-the-top fast food. I mean, a full stick of butter's worth of saturated fat. That's wild. What many people don't realize is that the trans fat alone in this burger is double the daily recommended limit. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a meal, it's a nutritional red flag waving in your face. And yet, it's marketed as an upgrade. That's the real trick here, making excess feel like luxury. Now, let's talk about the Wendy's Pretzel Baconator. Sodium is the real villain here. One sandwich packs 73% of your daily sodium limit. What makes this really interesting is how it forces you to rethink your entire day's diet. If you have this for lunch, you're basically out of sodium for the rest of the day. And let's be real, who's skipping the fries? This raises a deeper question: are we even aware of how these choices add up? Burger King's Triple Whopper with mayo is another beast. 3 patties and a heavy pour of mayo. That's more than half a day's calories in one sandwich. From my perspective, this is where portion distortion really kicks in. We've normalized these massive servings to the point where they don't even seem excessive. But if you think about it, this isn't just a burger, it's a calorie bomb disguised as a meal. Taco Bell's XXL grilled stuffed burrito is a personal favorite to analyze. It's handheld, but it packs nearly a full day's sodium. A detail I find fascinating is how it's designed for convenience: you can eat it while driving. But what this really suggests is that we've prioritized speed and portability over health. It's a perfect example of how modern food culture has shifted. Sonic's Supersonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger with mayo is another calorie monster. Every version of this burger clears 1,100 calories, and the mayo adds 3.5 grams of trans fat. In my opinion, this is where the line between indulgence and excess gets blurry. Trans fat is something most guidelines tell us to avoid entirely, yet here it is, front and center. It's like the fast food industry is daring us to ignore the warnings. Five Guys Bacon Cheeseburger is another standout. It topped a comparison of 30 major chains for being the unhealthiest. What's striking is the margin: it's not just unhealthy, it's way worse than the others. This makes me wonder, are we even capable of recognizing how extreme these options have become? Or have we just accepted this as the norm? Shake Shack's Shack Stack is basically 2 burgers in one. A shroom burger on top of an Angus beef cheeseburger. It's genius in its simplicity, but the nutrition numbers are insane. What makes this really interesting is how it's marketed as a premium, gourmet option. It's like we are being tricked into thinking it's somehow better because it's from a nicer chain. But at the end of the day, it's still 2 burgers. Finally, McDonald's Double Quarter Pounder with cheese meal. Add fries and a soda, and you're looking at 2,000 calories. That's not a meal, that's a day's worth of food in 90 seconds. One thing that immediately stands out is how efficient fast food has become at delivering calories. It's almost like they've perfected the art of maximizing intake with minimal effort. Here's the thing, none of this is hidden. The numbers are right there in the app. But what's shifted is how we perceive words like double, triple, and stuffed. They've become flavor descriptors instead of warnings. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a masterclass in marketing, making excess feel normal, even desirable. So, what's the takeaway? Personally, I think it's about awareness. These items aren't inherently evil, but they are designed to push boundaries. The real question is, are we okay with that? Or is it time to rethink how we approach fast food? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take.